Team Beat Street.
Before we begin, we'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is George Angel, and I'm part of Team B Street. Currently, we do have two members who could not make it today, but me and my partner Jonathan, we're going to try to present our presentation as great as possible. And we'd like to thank all of our mentors and everybody who's helped us gotten this far. And Jonathan, if you'd like to introduce yourself as well.
Yeah, my name is Jonathan Egan, also no member of Team B Street as well. So, yeah. So surprisingly, one of the biggest problems that we face in Chicago are potholes and bad roads in general, with most of those potholes being located in the south and west part of Chicago neighborhoods. Recently, in 2018, 2,300 potholes out of 20,000 potholes were fixed out of like in the whole Chicago area, which shows us how the Chicago city system only prefers certain areas to fix potholes and damaged roads than other areas. We want to engage with the community and help their voices be heard, and as well as creating a system that allows our community to have a say in which roads they want to fix instead of the roads that city officials elect to fix. As of right now, we're currently understanding the process of street resurfacing, as well as understanding why some streets are being ignored while other streets are being fixed around the city. And we've already created these connections, but we're creating more connections with city officials to determine how they can start applying this method of fixing streets in lower income neighborhoods. As of right now, the connections we've made are with the 45th Ward, Jim Gardner, our 49th Ward, Maria Haddon, and with the Department of Transportation.
So, in order to tackle this problem, my team and I created an application known as Pastry. And in this application, we want to create an application where users are able to submit reports and to databases in order to vote on which streets are in need of repair. So we have a leaderboard system in which we'll explain shortly. Next slide, please. To do this, we wanted to create. We need implementations in our application, such as map views, cell views, arts view controllers, and overall our design updates and share to social media. To kind of go on to the next thing, in our application, like I said, we utilize a voting system, so users can create reports to report their streets that are in need of repair, and to do this, residential users are able to vote on the streets that are in need of repair because our main problem is that all streets, there is a big unequal equity in the city of Chicago, that not all streets are evenly taken care of in each residential neighborhood. And we're trying to do a leaderboard to do that, so we can congregate masses of residential community members to put forth their voice and say that we need our street fixed as soon as possible. We do this by creating a report, and in our report, we provide the users location, their ward number, as well as a photo for the report of the street. And we also pin drop their location in order to make this easier. And we submit the report to our databases. And overall, we're trying to create an application that that empowers our users and unites people within our communities to put streets together and vote on them to get our voices heard. That way, we can work with the city and respond to everybody. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. That was wonderful. Loved it. Do we have questions from the judges or feedback?
So Jorge and Jonathan, great job. I love the idea as someone who drives from time to time, and I think potholes are a nuisance for all of us. This seems like a very straightforward, practical app that I think everyone can get behind. not just those in those neighborhoods, but I could see this being applicable all across the city. And so I guess one question is, in terms of uptake in your analysis, did you think about how many users you might have for this? And as we think about cell phone and digital access, how did you think about the user piece of this when we think about older citizens that may not necessarily have access to tech?
Yes, actually, our target audience is actually applies to anybody who uses city or any sort of transportation. We understand that our age group is actually anybody who I guess can drive or uses some sort of city transportation, whether that be buses, taxis, or Uber, or anything else. And in doing so, we're trying to target that audience because we feel that they'll be able to be more adept with the technology needed to report these disturbances within the city and within the with these potholes.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jorge, Jonathan, I agree. Really good job. I think everybody would love to get rid of potholes. I'm curious on I think the first slide you showed 2,300 potholes fixed out of a total of 20,000, and you referenced that primarily the south and west sides don't get as much love in terms of that. Do you have that breakdown, or is that in terms of what areas, or do you know of the 2,300, how many of those were in the south and west sides and how many maybe weren't? And if you don't know the answer to that, that's okay.
This is an overall projection of the entire city. This is mainly projected towards the other parts of the cities, not like the south side. And just we noticed that in our resources that the city tends to allocate their resources to the more downtown area, and we feel that there is the inequity that like these resources should be distributed equally throughout the entire city as opposed to just the main downtown area.
Yeah, that was my guess, was that it probably is and not equitable, but I was just curious if we had the exact stats, but thank you.